Friends, gather round, for today we delve into the tumultuous world of international trade, where the stakes are high, the players are stressed, and the leader of the free world seemingly makes it up as he goes along. On March 12, 2025, the Trump administration, in a move that surprised absolutely nobody, slapped tariffs on imported steel and aluminum. That's right, folks, tariffs. Those relics of a bygone era back when presidents wore spats and listened to gramophones. These weren't just any tariffs, oh no, we're talking a hefty 25% on steel and a still significant 10% on aluminum. The goal? Well, according to the administration, it's to protect American jobs and industries from the evils of foreign competition, because nothing screams pro-business like making it more expensive to do business, right? The impact was immediate. Stock markets, those reliable barometers of economic anxiety, went on a roller coaster ride. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, they all took a tumble as investors feared a full-blown trade war. Because, let's be honest, when America sneezes, the rest of the world tends to catch a cold. And who better to feel the brunt of these tariffs than our neighbors to the north, Canada? They've been our closest allies for decades, sharing a border, a love of hockey, and an endless supply of politely passive-aggressive jokes. But none of that mattered to the Trump administration. They initially threatened Canada with a whopping 50% tariff on metals. 50%. However, in a move that can only be described as classic Trumpian unpredictability, the tariff increase was halted after Ontario's Premier, Doug Ford, agreed to suspend planned electricity surcharges on the US. It was a bizarre turn of events, even by the standards of this administration. Canada, for its part, wasn't about to take this lying down. Incoming Prime Minister Mark Carney, never one to mince words, condemned Trump's actions and vowed to retaliate with tariffs of their own. Canadian tariffs on US goods, including orange juice, peanut butter and coffee, remained in place. Because nothing says we're not messing around like targeting breakfast staples. But it wasn't just Canada that was feeling the heat. The European Union, that bastion of free trade and sensible footwear, was also targeted. They responded with tariffs on $28 billion worth of American goods, including boats, motorbikes, and, in a move that can only be described as a direct shot at the president's heart, alcohol. The United Kingdom, still reeling from its Brexit hangover, expressed disappointment but stopped short of imposing retaliatory tariffs. Australia, land of kangaroos and surprisingly aggressive spiders, called the tariffs entirely unjustified but also opted to protect its consumers from higher prices. China, already embroiled in a trade war with the US, responded with more tariffs of its own. Because when it comes to trade wars, China is basically the Dos Equis guy. They don't always retaliate, but when they do, they retaliate hard. South Korea and Japan expressed concern, while Mexico, after some tense negotiations, managed to secure a temporary exemption. So, what was the Trump administration's grand plan behind all of this? Well, if anyone truly knows, they're not telling. The official rationale seemed to shift with the wind, ranging from concerns about fentanyl smuggling to complaints about Canadian dairy taxes. One thing was clear, though. Trump viewed tariffs as a negotiating tactic, a way to bully other countries into submission. But as any seasoned diplomat will tell you, diplomacy by bluster rarely ends well. The long-term consequences of this trade war are still unknown. Some economists predict a recession, while others remain cautiously optimistic. But one thing is for sure, the global trading system, already fragile, has been dealt a serious blow. And in the words of the great philosopher Justin Timberlake, what goes around comes around.